I made a video about how you shouldn't shack up with your boyfriend or girlfriend immediately after moving out of your parents' home. And I have a commenter here that says, what about, moving out on your own and letting him stay over like once or twice a week? Is that okay? And I responded, no, it's not. I don't recommend that. Hi, my name is Dr. Natalie Jones. I'm a licensed therapist. I've been counseling women and men for many years who have experienced abuse, as well as those who are perpetrators of abuse. Um, One of the things that I wanted to say is like, I don't, when you move out on your own, especially once you're leaving an abusive parent's home, it's a good idea for you to if you can afford it, live on your own and get used to the idea of living alone, being in your own space, having boundaries in your own home, and not having a whole bunch of people coming in and out of your house. I did a separate post a few weeks ago about being careful on who you allow in your home, but I also think that this, extends to what this commenter here was asking me is, what about allowing a person to stay over once or twice a week? Is that okay? I think when you move out and and if you can, I recommend staying alone. If you can't, get a roommate and try and do it that way. That's what I was going to say before. But anyhow, in either situation, I don't think it's a good idea to have people coming in and staying over at your house all the time. I think you need to get used to the idea of being alone. But number two, I think there is when you kind of allow people to come over and get comfortable and staying the night, it's very easy to get codependent and very enmeshed with each other and start bonding with that person over your trauma and things like that, but also like making this person be like your security blanket, like Linus, and sort of having that person all be all over you. And again, your defenses are down. You're looking for, you have your taste of independence. You're looking for those connections. You're looking for someone to fulfill every single need that you're starving for: attention, sex, physical touch, emotional companionship, all of these kinds of things. And so it's like, I want it all now, right? Because I've been starving for the past 17, 18, 19, how many ever years it was that you were living with your parents. So I just want everything I can get. And this person seems real good to me and he checks all the boxes or she checks all the boxes. So defenses are down. But I think when you have a person that's bonding with you over the trauma and you're starting to get codependent and we're real close, I think it's really easy for things to slip into a situation where that person, when they have a problem, suddenly they need a place to stay. Oh, where can I go but to your house? And I'm gonna shack it up with you. And because you're boyfriend and girlfriend, or your girlfriend and boyfriend, you're not inclined to have any expectations. You're already invested emotionally, so you're gonna let them stay. You're probably going to end up letting them stay rent free, and things like that. All kinds of things are going to go on. And so it's a real fine line between coming over to stay 1, 2, 3 nights a week to finally them just sort of moving their stuff in when it's convenient, when their lease is up, when their mama puts them out, when their roommate puts them out, all this other kind of stuff. It's real convenient to slink right on over to you and start living up off of you. I feel like that's way too fine of a line. And before you know it, you've got somebody living with you that does not respect your place the way that you do. They're gonna need to stay with you. They're gonna need to eat up your food, run up your light bill, run up your TV bill. They're gonna need to drive your car, and they're gonna need all these sorts of things and living off of you. Pretty soon, you got a grown child that you're taking care of. You moved out of one house where you were heavily relied upon to another place. No, I don't recommend it. Stay in your respective places and date each other from there, and just kind of get comfortable with that idea. And I'm not saying that, you can't be intimate, but, once don't let anybody stay with you ever until you guys are ready to like get married and do some serious stuff. And then your person, whoever he is, you guys can buy a place together and move out on your own. But don't let someone get comfortable with coming to stay with you, kick their feet up on your couch and having a key and doing all these things. And, that is way too close to shacking up. And that's my advice. I can't tell grown people what to do, but I'm telling you what I recommend. And just from what I know from being an adult who's lived 46 years on this planet, I'm just telling you. I hope that helps. Thanks so much.